Hey guys, Matt here from Trident Disabilities, and today is White Cane Safety Day. White Cane Safety Day is an official day in the United States. It was created by former President Lyndon B. Johnson on October 15th, 1964, and it was important because the Americans with Disabilities Act, or otherwise known as the ADA, didn't come out until 1990, which means before 1990, accessible features were not required in the nation, and rarely were they created. So this tool, the white cane, was just as much an accessibility tool as it was an awareness tool. So by creating a day where we celebrated the awareness of a tool like the white cane, it allowed blind people in America to have more ease in their everyday lives and make sure that when people saw this now notorious white cane, they knew what it meant. Note that there's variety to the white cane. So this cane has a roller on the end. Some canes have different types of wheels and different types of things. Some canes don't have any roller and they're tap. Some canes are used for mobility like this one. Others are used for identification. Some are used for support as well as mobility or identification. They have a varying amount of purposes. The tape here signifies usually something to do with the cane. This one's mobility, and it has red tape for blind. If it's red with stripes, it usually means blind and deaf, and there's a bunch of different types of tapes people on here. Also note that people like to decorate their canes. They're an extension of them, so a lot of the times you'll have some pink tape up here or some fun colors that represents their personality. They also have different sizes. Now these are only different sizes based on height, and as you are taller, you're going to need a farther reach for mobility. It's because your stride is longer, and so you don't want to hit things. And the roller ones for mobility usually give you a wide range when you roll so that you don't hit anything on the front half of you. Now there are some canes that people use for mobility that are tap. Some people prefer it, some people are used to that type of cane. It just depends on the person, and it depends on how people were trained and how they got orientation, mobility, and stuff like that. And so these white canes have a lot of different fun, cool, unique features for them. I'll do a separate video on all the different canes and try to cover as many as I can and get all the different features on there for you guys. Now here we have another dangerous place for people who are blind, crossing a road or a crosswalk or something like that. Now this is not a very busy or very big road, as you can see, but if it was, you would have to be relying on cars and all this other stuff, and you would know that you were leaving a curb, but as you can see right here, there's a curb right where I'm standing right now. So you wouldn't know you're on a road if there wasn't something like this. Now these dots were created for blind people and some other disabilities to notify them when they're moving the road too, but mainly for blind people. And they have little dots on them, and it's a different texture, and they're usually yellow, and it's so that when you hit this, your cane 100% knows you're hitting a different texture. There's no way to miss this. And it helps you to stop right here at the road and wait for the sounds of the cars to pass, or wait for someone else to just drive on by. Now I hear you saying, Matt, what if I just want to be a nature blind person? I hate concrete, I hate stairs, I hate all this man-made stuff. I just want to get everywhere through the forest and through the grass. Well, if you're like that, or if you don't know how blind people get through the grass, this is how they do it. Now there's a couple different techniques people use, but these are the main ones. The first one is to tap. Some blind people just tap on their left and right to get around, right? Other people do left, middle, right, and go from there so that they don't hit anything, and the same way back, right, middle, left. And other people, if they have these rollers on their mobility canes, and the area is not too texturized like this grass, you can roll in this grass, as long as there's not a huge amount of stuff there. Now you're probably gonna get hit in the gut a lot by when the cane jams in a hole or something, it's gonna hit you right here because that's where you hold your cane. But a lot of people do like doing it that way, and I've seen some people do it like that way, but usually it's generally tapped. And that helps you to make sure you don't hit anything that's around you. Now, I am not an orientation and mobility specialist. I want to note that because if you need help with getting an accessible tool to help with your blindness or your disability in some way, you should contact an orientation and mobility specialist. If you email tridentdisabilities@gmail.com, we can try to help you find someone if you can't find somebody in your area, and get you in contact with them to start some training on cane, or if you're looking to get a guide dog, you're gonna have to go through orientation and mobility as well. So just all those different things. Now, I am a blind person, and I have used a cane for a couple years, I think 4 or 5 years, leading into college, and then I got a guide dog where I needed him a little bit more because the cane wasn't doing everything that I need it for. I still use my cane on occasion when my guide dog isn't feeling too well, or he's just having a rough day and he needs to be home. So I can answer questions if you have some personal questions about it, or you just want to know from a blind person's perspective. Definitely reach out to me at the same email, tridentdisabilities@gmail.com. And you can leave comments on this video and I will answer those as well. But anyway, thank you for watching. This video was just to bring some awareness for the White Cane Safety Day. So thank you so much.